Hi, my name is Marcin Kulikowski and I'm a senior build engineer and C# programmer at CD Projekt Red. I do a lot of work around building pipelines and workflow creation and making sure that they are properly implemented in the project. I also work on the development of in-house DevOps tools and our in-house build system, as well as managing the build tools used by our dev teams.
I'm Rafał Bremski, a C# engineer at CD Projekt Red. In my role, I perform maintenance of our build system, so writing code, making sure software is up to date and machines are running at optimal performance.
Cyberpunk 2077 is an ambitious open-world RPG. It features a really strong focus on player immersion via its first-person camera.
The game is set in huge, futuristic megalopolis of Night City, where greedy megacorporations rule and cybernetic implants are everywhere. As the player, you explore this city and become sucked into the mercenary underworld, meeting a ton of memorable characters along the way. What speaks to me the most in Cyberpunk 2077 are those characters and stories we tell with them. It's so immersive getting to know these individuals, spending time with them, following their quest lines. You really connect with these people and they feel real and believable. Of course, building a city this dense and complex, you're bound to run into some technical challenges. From internal network bandwidth to larger scale operations, such as building a dynamic global illumination system for the entire open world.
We also have some cool, innovative solutions to help us gain visual feedback from the game. For example, we have a web-based map of Night City, which shows us heat maps that help us visualize data really intuitively.
To build a game like this, well, you really need a lot of expertise from many different areas of development. Programmers, artists, producers, testers, designers and beyond. It's a large-scale team effort across the whole studio. All their work, all the technology and hardware used throughout development leads us to having the thing we aim for from the beginning, the game build.
Our build system is the main tool we use that allows us to put builds together, including input from many different teams, all working on different parts of the project. For Cyberpunk 2077, the build system is a highly advanced automation environment.
It basically provides a way to automate and streamline all the different processes needed for teams to work in a multi-branch manner. It's a sophisticated system that handles a huge variety of tasks.
Building and deploying shaders, the deployment of editor packages for designers, developer game builds, and retail-ready game builds for different platforms. It handles the generation of procedural game data, such as collisions, UI icons, minimap data, and the processing of audio data too. These are just some of the many things our build system handles.
And in addition to being this really powerful, cohesive production tool, it acts as an information hub too. Our team will use the build system to see the real-time information and statistics about the current state of the game, any recent changes, functional tests, and so on. So it not only helps us build the game and bring it to life, but also monitor it and maintain it for future development.
Currently, Cyberpunk 2077 build system contains more than 150 machines, with more than 200 active users. But this number can be much more, as every dev in the studio can use it for their work. The system runs 24/7, all year round, with virtually no downtime at all, and it works for all CD Projekt Red studios, no matter the location.
Thanks to Seagate SSDs, we've seen a great boost to performance, widening the possibilities of the build system. Since implementing the drives, we've run more than 800,000 builds altogether, including 60,000 game package deployments and over 20,000 world builds. The data from this is later used by all the other processors and developers, so they can run them inside the game editor. So it's pretty intensive from a sheer performance perspective.
Even with this level of usage, we haven't had a single drive hamper our efforts or fail on us. I can't stress enough how essential hardware reliability is for projects of this magnitude. It makes all the difference in the world.
When you have a hardware you know you can rely on, it gives you a peace of mind. It helps you avoid real nightmare scenarios. Imagine you're putting together a milestone build test, making sure everything is in place and ready for testers to start work on. And the build fails because of storage issue, something totally out of your control. With drives like this from Seagate, situations like that become much less of a concern.
And as well as being a powerful safety net, these drives are real performance masters. I can talk a lot about how people tend to upgrade everything in their PC besides the storage, then not seeing the performance boost they expected. These NVMe SSDs eliminate small or slow disk bottlenecks and maximize the performance of individual machines.
The drives really improve the utilization of other system resources too, such as the GPU, CPU and network drives. And having more space to work with really complements our multi-branch environment. It means we can have many workspaces with no downtime when switching branches on the same machine. And we can also execute more resource-intensive tasks in parallel on a single machine. This makes things way more efficient and cuts down time spent waiting for things to process by a huge amount.
Flexibility is a really important factor. With space and speed not limiting us, we can afford to store and retain a lot of build artifacts, no matter how much space they take. And it speeds up our deployments too. Now it can take less than 4.5 hours to deploy retail-ready packages in one go. That's quite the upgrade.